And now our next contestant, Trevor Yannayon, the running man, Trevor Yannayon.
As you can tell, I'm not here today to talk about the dance move, the running man. There's a good reason for that. My father-in-law put it best. Trevor, you dance like an elevator. No steps. Recently, I started trying to eat healthier. I started walking. And then my friend Mary, who happens to be here today, talked me into running the Montour Trail 5K with her. I said, yeah, you know, I ran track and cross country in high school, even did some running in college, and I really enjoyed it. I got 6 weeks. I can do this. I go home that night and I tell my wife, she said, hey, that's a great idea. You know, get back into that, because she knew me in high school. She said, you did great. You know, great encouragement from her. So that night, I go home. I get a cool little app for my phone, tells me how far I'm going, how many calories I've burned, and I can listen to my music while I'm running. So I get ready, get all this stuff on. I'm like, oh, wait a minute, it's nighttime. I better make sure that they can see me out there. So I'm running in my neighborhood, and I know the crazies in my neighborhood. So I'm ready to go, start going down the street. Yeah, this feels great to be out here again. I'm moving right along, moving faster than I thought I would. And then I realized, yeah, well, that's good because I'm going downhill. Levels out, and slow down a little bit, but I'm still feeling pretty good. I hit the half-mile mark, a little under 5 minutes. Yes, I'm moving faster than I thought I would be. I come to the first hill. I can do this. I start moving. Okay, pump the arms, get the legs moving, pump the arms. Get going up the hill. I'm about 3 feet up, and I realize I'm going to have to walk the rest of the hill. So I continue to walk. You know, I'm trying to do the speed walk thing, but by the time I get to the top, my legs are burning, my head is pounding, and I'm wondering if I should just roll back down the hill back to my house. I keep going, and I come to the top of the big hill. And yes, I am almost home, because down at the bottom of that hill, it's a short jog up to the house. I'm moving down the hill. I'm moving. Next thing I know, I'm sitting there listening to my music. I didn't know what was happening. My phone slipped out of the case. It went this way. Yanked my headphones. I went like that. I hit the curb there and ended up in my neighbor's front yard. Good thing was, phone was okay. I landed in the grass. I was okay. And the best part was I didn't land in their neighbor's yard. They have the 2 big American bulldogs that leave the 2 big American bulldog-sized piles in their front yard. I get up. Okay. So much for making up time flying down this hill. So I hold my phone the rest of the way down. I get home. I do some stretches outside. My wife's like, how'd it go? And I'm like, oh, it was great. My legs are like jello now. I keep training. The day of the race comes around. Realize I've got to get up at the crack of dawn. Here I've been training at night all these times. I'm like, I don't know if I can do this. I have to be there before I'm usually in the shower in the morning. I get there. I meet up with Mary and Larry. We start. Again, it's a great start going downhill. Towards the end of the race, I'm running along. Oh, man, I can't wait for this to be over. A woman comes running up beside me, and she says, oh, do you see the finish? I said, no, but I'm ready to be finished. She said, me too. And she takes off. And I know she's a liar, because if she was ready for a finish, she wouldn't be that far ahead of me. I finish. Mary and Larry come in. We're all proud of what we've done, because of the fact that we've taken the initiative to make ourselves healthier. And Larry, who runs marathons and things all the time, reaches into his pocket and pulls out this plastic bag. And I'm like, whoa, I know you grew up in the 60s, but you know, better ways to recover after the race. But he pulls out medals for Mary and I as a medal of encouragement for us for doing what we did that day. The best part is we're walking along and people are looking at us like, they must have been good. They've already got their medals. Good job. We're like, yeah, baby, that's right. We get in the bus to go back up the hill. Thank goodness we had the bus. And Mary's telling us a story. She's getting to the part where they're coming to do the turnaround. There's a woman in front of her. She's going, yeah, you're doing awesome. You can do it. Let's hear it for the traditionally built woman. And Mary said, yeah, I was thinking, yeah, you could have stopped after the first part. She wasn't about to say anything because she's like, she said you just could hardly breathe. And she was also thinking to herself, you know, when I get to the finish line, I'm going to kick her butt when I find her. And I said, well, I was sharing stories. My son, the night before, he said, Dad, I've got a football game on Saturday. I said, I know, bud, your game's at 4 o'clock. He's like, well, when's your race? I said, well, it's at 8:30. He said, it's 5K, it's only 3.1 miles. Will you be done running before my Not exactly the vote of confidence I was looking for, but he gave me a hug and wished me luck anyway. We had a great time, and I want to encourage any one of you to go out, have some fun, and don't be afraid to laugh at yourself. Mr. Conte.